All we need is love. Yes, of course. But I'm surprised how people see love. So I would like to talk more about misconceptions about love. Welcome to my new video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Irina and I'm here my intention is to simplify your life as much as possible, sharing my insights about life, and everything I'm sharing with you is based on my experience, my knowledge, and many other things that I want to share with you for free. So if you find my work helpful and if you find value in everything that I do, please do subscribe to my channel, like this video, because that way you're going to help me to reach more people who maybe need to hear this, and of course you're going to support my work and to help me continue doing what I'm doing now with the intention to help. And if you're not new to my channel, then thank you for sticking around. Thank you for appreciating what I'm doing. I appreciate you as well, and thank you, I'm grateful for you. So let's start. People call love in very different, sometimes strange and sometimes very extreme ways. Allow me to say that sometimes I'm shocked. Yeah, I still can be shocked, yeah. But people are people and they never will stop surprising me. That is why it is so important to define what love means to you. So if I ask you, what does love mean to you? What do you think? Do you live that way? Do you receive the love that you give? Do you receive the love that you think that you deserve? These are just some of the questions that you must ask yourself on daily basis, even whether you are in a relationship or not, whether it is about self-love, whether we speak about friendships or anything that love is included. Not just love, but for this video I'm talking about love. You always must ask yourself, do you live according to your definitions? And first of all, even if you define love, is it really love? Or is it maybe definition that you live according like your parents lived and you just inherited from them that, or maybe according to what society say to us that what love is. So you must question your beliefs. Does it really resonate with you? Do you feel with all your heart that that is the love? Why it is so important to question your beliefs? Just like I said, and why this video is all about, it is about misconceptions about love. So I will just give you some of examples to make you think more about love. Some will say that love hurts, and I will say that love doesn't hurt. A person who doesn't know how to love you can hurt you, but love doesn't hurt, love heals. Some will say that if you don't suffer, you don't feel love. Well, love has nothing to do with suffering, but maybe suffering will help you to start loving yourself. Some will say that the reason for breaking up or for divorce is a lack of money. Money runs out and they just decided to get divorced. How many times did you hear that someone said, maybe even you said, oh, she's not or he's not with me because I don't have money? And I'm going to ask you, since when you say that love is some kind of interest? Because love, where there is love, there is no interest. When did you start to look at love through an interest? Some will say that people love you until you do better than them. And I will ask you, why do you call love an insecurity? Some will say that love, when you do something with love, you will sacrifice things. And I'm like, no, when you do something from love, it is simply love. There isn't sacrifice. You do that because you want to do that, because your heart is telling you to do that, because You know, things, when you put effort in something, when you do from the good place, when you do it from the good place, from the place of love, it is done effortlessly. So before you sacrifice thing for someone, you must ask yourself, why do you do that? You know, because later what usually happens in relationship that you're going to blame someone when, for example, some fight begins. You're going to thinking, oh, I have done this for that, I have done. If you catch yourself thinking like that, it means that you haven't done it with love. Just think about that. When you do things with love, it is done effortlessly because you simply want to do that. There is no expectations. That's why sacrificing for someone or for something, you always must question yourself and your intention. Why do you do that? This is so important. I don't want to go into details because it is very complex, but you must ask yourself, why do you do that? Some will say, oh, I need love. Dear, all we need is love. But let me ask you something. Do you give the love you wish to receive? Whether you are in a relationship or not, and when you think about your perfect person, are you that person you wish to have in your life? Do you check all the boxes also for yourself? Because to love is to give. And if you don't receive the love that you give, then again, it is time for questions, for sitting down and talk about that. Some will say that they do things with love, yet they expect things in return. So I will ask you, since when you call love a business? Whenever you do something, whether we talk about helping others, or when you do things with love, there is no expectations. Many people simply don't understand that. And when they help someone, they usually have some kind of expectations in return. When you do things with love, you do it with pure heart because you want to help someone, because you want to give love. Okay, love is not business, so let's not confuse these things. Oh yeah, this is pissing me off every time I see this, especially when it comes to help. When you do things from your heart, you're doing it with pure heart because you know that you're going to make someone's life better, not because you expect things in return. Maybe this can be subject for another video because this is something that happens so often, especially when, like I said, when it comes to help. You can see people bragging about helping someone or posting it on social media, and but that's why I'm here. I want to help. Some of extreme ways, in my opinion, is when people confuse love, signs of love, with jealousy. Well, extreme kind of jealousy, insults, frustrations, even hitting someone. And even more extreme ways, like I said, are beating, hitting someone like a sign of love. That is not a sign of love. Please do understand that, because, darling, we are only as blind as we want to be. This is so important to understand, because how can you, and it happens, it makes me very sad because it happens, I see that on daily basis, in families, hitting someone like, oh, he loves me because he hits me, or, well, even men can say for a woman, she hits me, she loves me. Who taught you that? Please don't confuse poor, weak character with love, because, like I said at the beginning of my video, love doesn't hurt. Person who doesn't know how to love you can hurt you, and it has nothing to do with love, but lack of self-love. Abuse, any kind of abuse, I'm not just talking about physical abuse, but also mental abuse, is not a sign of love. Please do understand this. It is a sign of weak person and cowards. I had to learn my own lessons. In my family there was a lot of abuse, both physically and mentally. That's why I had to No, I had to, but I escaped from my home when I was 19. My mother died when I was 18. She was a victim of physical and mental abuse, so now I know what I'm talking about. Please, whenever you see a sign of any kind of sign of abuse, whether we speak about mentally, it can be even worse than physically, run away from that. You can't fix those persons who don't want to fix themselves. Help. Name it. So definitions, guys. Definitions are so important, but not just definitions. You must always question your beliefs and you must always question intentions. Make sure that you live according to your definition of pure love. Make sure that whatever you do, things that you do that come from right place, from the place of love. Make sure to be in alignment with yourself. Give love and live with love. Love heals, but first of all, everything starts with ourselves and self-love. So make sure to love yourself first. Make sure that when love is no longer served, that you still love yourself and to get up from the table when love is no longer served. Remember, we teach others how to love us by what we stop and what we allow. And without knowing how to love yourself, you won't be able to recognize those things. So please do love yourself first of all. And until my next video, I will continue to love you.